Our meteorologist Jennifer Lammers joins us now. Jen, that rip current risk is high at least through tomorrow, right?
Exactly. Yeah, we're still continuing to keep an eye on the conditions out there. So many people visiting our beaches right now. It's important. Pay attention to those flags. Again, you see those red flags flying, be extremely cautious out there. Don't go far out. Also save it in case you are a good swimmer too. And also there's always the sound side. There's always the calmer areas or the jetties that you can find for some of that more calm water. But for our flags today, again, seeing a lot of those red flags flying, yellow in Pensacola, but so many vacationers, and so you're probably hoping for some relief with that water. Well, I do have good news. We're going to start to see those rip currents go down, but heading into your Thursday, they're still going to be high. So going to be seeing those red flags for tomorrow. Friday's starting to see some of those improving conditions, and then hopefully by Saturday we'll even start to see those drop to low. So could potentially see some much better water heading on into the weekend. But right now on radar, we're still continuing to keep track of some isolated showers and thunderstorms too. In case you do hear any of these, make sure you go indoors, especially if you are at the beaches. But most of the activity has been taking place about north of I-10, but then also west of Mobile Bay. As we zoom in closer right now, the most activity that we're seeing currently moving through Grove Hill, just north of Jackson, moving over that Washington County state line into the Clark County. So just one area that we're keeping an eye on, very active too, picking up on a lot of lightning strikes there. Temperatures so far for this afternoon though, we're warm out there. We are in the mid to upper 80s in a lot of places, still 90s for our inland spots. This trend going to be continuing and also feeling warmer than it actually is. We'll have full details on that. Plus also we can expect heading on into the weekend coming up soon. Lenise.
All right.
But checking in on our traffic tracking map, not seeing any accidents. We are seeing a couple of areas with some sticky spots. So the Mobile side, I-65 looking great, all until you start to head closer towards downtown and you get to I-10 Wallace Tunnel. Heavy congestion heading on in on I-10 eastbound. That's going to continue into the middle of the bay, but westbound along with the causeway moving smoothly. As we check in on Pensacola, if you're heading through 3 Mile Bridge, pack your patience. Seeing a lot of heavy congestion and a lot of red there, but hey, no accidents and it's open. But those drive times, in case you are heading out across the bay, 9 to 10 minutes in both directions, or this is going to be eastbound right there. We'll continue to keep you updated through the 4 o'clock hour. Lenise.
All right, have more of this, or will some sunshine come out instead?
Well, I actually have good news today. Normally it seems like I always have bad news whenever I come up here, but no, good news is that we're gonna start to see more of that sunshine re-emerging heading into tomorrow and also on into your weekend. But right now, radar, this is gonna be that 6-hour loop. Good news if you've been following along, KMOB, that sweeping radar, it's back now. First day of it being back up and running. So a great sight to see, not having to use that composite look anymore. Right now, that only isolated shower, just going to be north of Jackson there. You can see that we had quite a bit of scattered isolated showers moving through earlier. Dry air over the panhandle started to act in a way of deflecting some of those showers. So much better look. But Mobile, 82 degrees, 83 in Gulf Shore. Still just seeing some of those mix of clouds out there. Also those dew points, they're high right now. They are in about the mid 70s, so we're feeling it on our heat index. Pascagoula feeling like 98, feeling like 92 in Pensacola and Destin, and then also feeling like 97 in Evergreen. But hey, also 95 downtown. We are feeling warm out there. If you're spending time outdoors, take plenty of breaks, stay hydrated, drink plenty of water. It's going to be the best thing for you. But right now, wind. Also, this is out of the south, so that's contributing to some of that humidity. A little bit breezy in Pensacola at 17 miles per hour. But heading further on into this evening, we're going to be staying on the mild side. So we're going to be dropping down mainly about into the mid 70s. But then by the time we make it into tomorrow, we're going to be bumping back up into the upper 80s. But with those heat indices and that humidity, go ahead and add on about 5 to 10 on top of that. So it's going to be feeling like we're in the 90s once again for your Thursday. Something else to keep track of, rain chances. Heading further on into this evening, we're going to start to see a lot of that settle on down. Mostly sunny skies. Still sunny by the time we get closer towards 7 p.m. Working into the overnight hours, very northern Clark County and Washington County could see a couple of sprinkles, but elsewhere we're mainly just going to be looking at mostly cloudy skies. That's going to continue to waking up for your Thursday morning and heading on into the afternoon too. Only about a 20% chance of seeing an isolated shower or thunderstorm. If we do see any, the best chances in the afternoon. We have to take some of that daytime heating into account. You can just start to see those little isolated guys there, especially heading further on into your evening. So around 7 p.m. picking up on a little bit more here, but not quite, but might not see as much as that heading on into your Thursday evening. Now for the beach forecast, still going to be a beautiful day. We have that dry air down on our coastal spots, so still a little bit breezy too with those southerly winds. Chance of rain still possible for some of those isolated afternoon showers. That rip current risk still high though. Make sure you are using extreme caution. Take a look at those flags. And don't forget that sunscreen. UV index also very high. For your full 7-day outlook, those 20% rain shower chances going to continue on into the weekend, bumping up slightly for your Saturday and your Sunday, but then also Sunday, Monday, Tuesday looking to be the best chances for some of those showers into next week. But we're still going to be staying warm across the Gulf Coast in the upper 80s. Lenny's.
All right, Jen. How many of them there are?
Exactly. Ooh. I know there's so many of them, and I used to like it. I used to like the sounds of them, and then we started to do a lot more of these stories, and now I almost cringe every time. Let's go ahead and take a look at a different radar view. This is going to be up in Baltimore, so this is going to be a little bit further from us where they are seeing a lot of these cicadas, and that busy look that you're seeing, yeah, it's picking up on some of those bugs. Typically, we see bugs and also birds on our radars, but this one's specifically going to be those cicadas. So that reflectivity is just bouncing off what they're picking up on that radar. And then also this view, this is going to be that long word down there, that hydrometer classification, or that HC. This is typically what you see. This tells us what we're seeing on radar. So you see that little bar right up there, that pink, that's unknown. So it doesn't even know what it's picking up. So that's how they also get to see a better view that it could be those cicadas that you could see on radar. Luckily not seeing that here, but also good news for us. We have our radar up now. Let's go ahead and dive in on the tropics and what we're seeing here. Good news is that the numbers are going down. We were keeping an eye on this little area down in the tropics, and the 5-day numbers were at 20%. Now only down to 10% as we make our way further on into the rest of the week. So this is going to be from the National Hurricane Center. So still just keeping a close eye on it, but very low chances over the next 5 days to form into anything. But meteorologist Matt Barentine will have a closer look at the details on this coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. Let's go ahead and talk locally, because although we're seeing some of those scattered showers and thunderstorms, something else to keep an eye on is going to be those beach flags. So many folks vacationing right now. Pay attention to those flags. Those red flags, they really do mean that we're seeing those rough and those dangerous rip current risks. So we're seeing that wind still out of the south contributing to that. Yellow flags in Pensacola today. Good news though. Heading further on into the week. So tomorrow though, no, we're still going to start to see that high rip current risk. Friday looking much better, and then Saturday we have the potential to see some of those low rip current risks, so looking a lot better as we head further on into the weekend. A good sight to see, especially with so many folks coming on down. But heat indices, it's feeling warm. It's feeling hot out there in some places. Evergreen feeling like 97 degrees, feeling like 95 in downtown Mobile, along with Pensacola and Crestview. We're starting to see some of that humidity. This is also contributing to some of those afternoon showers that we've been seeing for today and those thunderstorms. So in case you are spending time outdoors, make sure you're taking plenty of breaks and staying hydrated, as this feels like temperatures are a lot warmer. But radar right now, we're starting to see more of those calm conditions. We were seeing dry air closer towards the coast, so also southern Mobile and Baldwin counties. Seeing some sunshine there too. It was a little bit active earlier. This is going to be that 6-hour loop. Now, right now, we're just starting to see some of those thunderstorms just north of Jackson, just south of Thomasville and Clark County. Also starting to see some of that lightning activity subside. But waking up tomorrow morning, we're still going to be staying on the mild side. So upper 60s for the inland spots, lower 70s closer towards the I-10 Metro, and that's going to continue on down towards the coast. Sunrise staying early, 5:49 tomorrow morning. As we look in on your futurecast, timing out those rain shower chances. Heading on into this afternoon and this evening, we still have the potential to just see an isolated shower. Higher chances further up north. As you can see, some of those just diving down slightly could clip Clark County for the very northern portions up towards Thomasville. But then waking up tomorrow morning, seeing those mostly cloudy skies, rain chances really only at 20%. Isolated shower or thunderstorm possible. The best chances going to be later on in the day. So 3 p.m. still looking good. And then closer towards 5 to 7 could potentially see a shower there. So just something to keep a heads up on. But tomorrow afternoon, still going to be warm. This feels like temperatures could add on 5 to 10 degrees in some places. We're seeing those upper 80s continue. But for your full 10-day outlook, we're looking at the isolated rain shower chances heading on into the weekend, bumping up slightly for your Saturday and also heading on into next week. But in the long range, we're going to continue to stay in the 80s, a little bit below average by next week, but could possibly see some clearing heading on into midweek next week. Shelby. But let's go ahead and check in on your traffic right now, because when I was driving up there, we did see some of those showers looking a lot better right now. And in case you're heading out across the Bayway, starting to see some of those delays on I-10 eastbound. Westbound, though, moving smoothly. So diving right on in on the I-65 side, well, we're starting to see those green roads there, but then also starting to pick up on a new accident on I-10 eastbound just near Virginia Street. That left lane is blocked. Just a heads up in case you're heading out soon or know anyone heading out soon. May start to see some heavier delays there. That's going to continue on into the middle of the bay near that Causeway interchange. Meteorologist Matt Valentine is going to be keeping you updated through the 5 o'clock hour.
The Fox 10 Surprise Squad.
And taking a live look outside, Matt, it's still looking like a beautiful day if you're heading on out towards the beach.
Yeah, it is still pretty nice. Still have red flags flying though in place, so folks need to be careful out there. We're going to be looking at your forecast, not only at your beaches, but for some pop-up showers for this upcoming week here in just a few minutes.
Exactly, and not only that, but keeping an eye on the tropics too.
Yeah, a little something on that coming up in just a little bit.